And so finally we got Matt's Pick of the Week. And let me be honest, with this story, this is just something that I've stumbled upon, and I looked deep into it. I was like, what? And like, I went deeper down the rabbit hole and looked at it. I was like, holy crap, this is actually pretty crazy. And what I am talking about, of course, is going to be regarding Moana, the upcoming Disney animated feature that is actually highly anticipated. We haven't had a Disney-style animated film in a long time, since 2013 with Frozen, but already it seems to be in controversy. Not necessarily the movie itself, but because of a Halloween costume. Now, when I say that, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, oh, is it because Moana's costume is considered a little too sexy for girls or something like that? Actually, no. It's not really Moana herself. Moana is fine. It's actually regarding the guy next to Moana, Maui. That is where the problem lays. And apparently, the controversy that happened is that there is this Maui costume that they decided to sell. And this Maui costume in particular, what they did with it was that it's basically a full body Maui costume. But instead of just, instead of having everything be Maui, imagine like there's no head, there's no hands, and there's no feet. That's basically the whole costume. You got the brown skin that's entirely covered with tattoos. You got like attached to it, well, it's not like an accessory, but it's like on the costume itself. You got the necklace with all the different teeth, and you also got the frilly leaf skirt. So that's pretty much the whole costume in general. However, this costume angered a lot of people. They saw this and they aren't taking it. Many people ended up being so mad at it that it seems a bit insulting to actually legit wear brown skin for Halloween. And going into my source here on Variety, they have actually fished out some tweets that actually mention this, and they weren't necessarily happy with it, saying, as a Polynesian, by the way, I support our folk involved in Moana, but this, no, our brown skin / inks, not a costume. And so, basically, you can understand how there are a lot of Polynesian people that got mad about this. But at the same time, you also got a lot of white people mad about it as well, because let's face it, white people just need to find something to be offended for, even though it's just none of their business. Like, they just want to be on the side, like, we want to be offended too. And everybody else is like, shut up, white people! You're probably the one who is responsible for this anyways. No, but yeah, basically this is just to say that a lot of people got so mad about it. What ended up happening was that Disney actually did pull the costume out of it. By the way, let me just give you a little bit of a description of what this costume is supposed to be. Your little one will set off on adventures in this Maui costume featuring the demigod's signature tattoos, rope necklace, and island-style skirt, plus padded arms and legs for mighty stature. A matching black wig was also on sale. And at the same time, they also featured this little kid actually wearing the costume, and thank freaking God, Disney actually did pick a darker skinned kid to wear the costume, because having a white kid wear that wouldn't necessarily be the brightest idea. But yeah, this is just to say that Disney actually did take away that costume and actually release an apology. The team behind Moana has taken great care and respect to the culture of the Pacific Island that inspired the film, and we regret that the Maui costume has offended some. We sincerely apologize and are pulling the costume from our website and stores. However, this is just for the Maui costume alone. For those of you who want to go and get the Moana costume, that apparently is still available. But with that said, honestly, this is one of those cases that the more I think about it, the more I realize, yeah, this is actually a pretty bad idea. And I have to wonder, what did the people at Disney Products were thinking when they were making it, because the entire idea is that you're legit wearing brown skin. And, like, even though, yeah, it is covered with tattoos, it's still not hiding the fact that you're wearing another race as a suit. It just doesn't make sense. And honestly, it shouldn't be that surprising that something stupid like this would happen in Halloween, because I can imagine there are some people, they would take this costume and they might take a step further, because like I said before, the costume itself only covers the body. It doesn't cover anything like the hands, the feet, and the head. I can totally imagine that there could be some white kids or some white people, they're gonna go and take it a step further, and they'll actually get some brown paint and try to paint their faces brown, and like their hands and feet as well. And so they'll end up walking around with brown face, trying to dress up as Maui, thinking that it's okay because they're dressed up like a freaking Disney character. It makes no... Oh my god, it's just... Oh boy! They did not think this one further. I am convinced, I'm sure that Disney did not have any bad intentions whatsoever, but they so did not think this one through. And by the way, I'm not going to blame Walt Disney Animation Studios for this. Anybody involved with the feature is not responsible for this costume whatsoever. It's the people at Disney Products. They're the ones who thought up of that idea. They're the ones who thought up of all the different merchandising and stuff like that, and somehow they think this is a good idea. Oh boy, not really. You really dropped the ball on that one, guys. Better luck next time. Try to think of a better idea for a Maui costume. Or actually, just don't. Like, just give them the skirt, just give them the wig and the skirt, and they'll cover the rest. Just, like, give them a black marker and do the tattoos yourself. And the thing is that I'm sure some of you are listening to me thinking that, well, Matt, isn't there human decency involved with this? Like, people aren't going to be that stupid to literally go brown face as an excuse to dress up as Maui. Oh, guys, for Halloween, you have no idea how many times people think that they can get away with some of the stupidest crap. You just have no idea. The worst thing is that the notion that I mentioned about Maui and going brown face, that's kind of tame compared to others. As long as it's topical and they think it'll get people a good laugh, they'll get away. They think they'll get away with anything. I kid you not. I am sure this is going to happen on several occasions this year, that people are going to go and buy themselves a gorilla suit. I'm sorry about that. They're going to go and buy a gorilla suit, fill it up with bullet holes, and go around saying that they're going to dress up as Harambe. Tasteless, yes, but they're not going to care. They think it's going to be funny. Oh, and by the way, considering that it's Halloween and we are during a presidential year, this is going to be the year of the U.S. presidential elections. Take a shot every time you're going to see someone dressed up as either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. It's gonna happen. But this is all to say that Halloween is the time of year that people think that they can get away with by being dressed up as the most ludicrous and ridiculous thing that they never would on any other day. Like, even cosplayers have the right mindset to not even do that. Like, you're not gonna see cosplayers walking around dressed up like anime characters and go full-on Asian face. They don't do that. Now, the thing is, with Halloween, however, like, they often just do this for fun. Like, they don't do it as a profession like cosplayers. That's why they would end up being dressed up like some of the most racist things. Like, even to this day, you will find costumes where people will stupidly dress up like either in brown face or blackface, or they'll even go full-on ching-chong Asian. And that's kind of the biggest issue. And again, I'm not gonna blame Disney for this. Well, okay, no, I'm not gonna blame Disney for purposely doing this. I'm sure they have good intentions and they just want to go and have their kids dressed up like the characters from the upcoming feature, whether it be with Moana or Maui. But yeah, they did not think that one further. You're just gonna make stupid people be even more stupid and be a lot more insensitive. So I am still, like, regardless, I'm still excited for Moana. This will not change my point of view on how the animated feature will be. But yeah, this is just, overall, like, I just wanted to report this because this is just Disney making an oopsie. They're not a perfect company, and often they'll just pull something stupid like this. So, I'm gonna congratulate Disney taking the right initiative to take away the costume, apologizing to the Polynesian people for accidentally being a bit insensitive. And, the funny thing is that even though the Polynesian people are not happy with this, they're still excited for Moana. So at least there is that. So they're still showing, they're still gonna go and support the movie nonetheless. But I'm glad that Disney took the right initiative. But yeah, Disney just pulled an oopsie with this one. And it's a good thing too, because at least this is one step further of stopping people from doing more stupid crap for Halloween. Hey guys, this is Animat. I just want to remind you guys that this is just a little taste of what you can get with the Animation Podcast. This is not all of it. If you guys want to go and listen to the full episodes of the Animation Podcast, then allow me to show you some of the different ways that you can go. First off, you can actually go on the website that it is hosted on, Filmbook, so you can go directly onto there. You can also go and check out the official Filmbook Podcast YouTube page, so at least you don't have to go away from YouTube and you can listen to the podcast right there. But if you would like to listen on the go, like if you want to listen it to on your phone or on your iPad and all that kind of stuff, then you can listen to it on either iTunes or you can listen to it on Android. So those are all the different options, and if you'd like to have more info, then all you have to do is just check in the description down below. And with all that said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening, and until next time, see you later, dudes!